Ladies and gentlemen, I once again welcome you to another exciting edition of Manuel TV Sports Channel's Daily Updates. This is Sports Experience, a time with the sports personalities, the sports enthusiasts who are ready to share their experience in the sports arena. Today, I have to twist my tongue from the local dialect to the English language just because of our guests. We have to get time for people. We have two languages that we'll be using on this show, the Tree language and the English language. These are the languages that we can articulate each and every word with precision. Ladies and gentlemen, this show is to uplift talent and also inspire people. I have with me a gentleman. I always say we have different kind of Ghanaians in the diaspora who are willing with the potentials to play for any of the Ghanaian national teams, being it under 17, under 20, under 23, and the Black Stars. I always say football is in the pinnacle at the European level, where footballers with European affiliations have higher tendencies or abilities to become global stars. A Ghanaian born of Belgium descent is having the Ghanaian heritage. This is a gentleman that I will introduce to you. He has a lot of things to tell us on this show. Mr. Marvin Bayo, you are welcome to Manuel TV Sports.
Thank you very much, Mr. Manuel. It's a pleasure to be here. Thank you very much.
You are deeply welcome. I think you are our very first guest on this platform, so you have to make everything exciting.
Yeah, I'm really glad to be here, Mr. Manuel. Thank you for having me.
All right, you are deeply welcome. So, if I may ask, how can you describe yourself to be to the Ghanaian populace?
Well, I am someone that never gives up, and I always give my 100. And in football, they know me as the machine. So I'm a hard worker, off and on the pitch as well. So when I set my eyes on a goal, I just go for it, and I make sure that I reach it.
Okay, so let's come to the arena. How did your football journey start?
Well, it all started here actually in Belgium. I was, as you know, born in Ghana, but there I didn't really deepen myself into football. But when I moved to Europe at the age of 9, parents told me to go to school, finish education before I could take football as my main job or my dream. So after school, I just then left Belgium for Germany under the protection or under.
Before you proceed, which tribe are you? Which tribe are you?
I'm from the Sunyani. So I'm
Sunyani. Which part of Sunyani? I know of Fiapri and others. Which parts?
oh yeah, I'm from Fiapre region, not far from Fiapre.
And not far from Fiapri, meaning I know Demesia and other towns.
My mom is from Dumasia.
Your mom is from Demesia. Okay, so you're
Yeah.
welcome. You're welcome. All right, so you can proceed with your football journey.
Yeah, so I started in Germany. Actually, I was also playing here in Belgium in one of the local teams, which proceeded really quick. I was playing when I was 16, playing already for the first team. Then yeah, my uncle one day just invited me to come to Germany. I went there, went to train with a team, and then my football journey actually begun. Due to a manager that has never seen me playing football before, just took me, went with me on a trial with a team, and I nailed it. So from then on, I myself started believing in me that okay, I can do this because the I wasn't getting the gratitude or
The
the support,
motivation.
yeah, the motivation that I needed in Belgium. So when I went to Germany and saw how serious they were with football, my football journey began from there. And then on, I went to various European countries to play football: Sweden, Germany, Italy, Norway, France, for example, and then Austria, and then yeah, now back to Belgium.
So were your parents like, Marvin, nah, you should stop football and just concentrate on schooling? Were there any happenings like that?
Oh, a lot,
A lot.
a
There
lot,
were a
but
lot of interactions.
yes, a lot. But I knew that it has to work out. There is no other way in for me. So for me, it's football. or nothing. So when I'm doing it, I'm trying to do it at my best as possible.
Okay. So how were you being coached? Were you like Marvin? I see myself to be a striker, or I see myself to be a defender. That then I have to focus on being a striker or a defender. How were you being coached starting your football career?
Well, starting my football career, I was mainly alone.
Mhm.
I trained by myself. Our neighbors were complaining about me kicking in the wall. My mom was complaining about me hitting her glass door with my ball. And I remember during COVID was one of the most eye-opening seasons for me. One before because I was every day, rain, snow, whatever. I was in there with the ball, training because I knew I had to come out stronger than the players that already had a contract that season. So
Mm.
for me, COVID season was my grinding season, and after that, it paid off. Before that was okay, play, score your goals. After that, you see. But for me, the COVID season, and before that, even where I've been always a hard worker. So I put it into my hard work because I'm not the most technical player. So that is what I work on.
All right. So let's look at your journey from Sunyani, Ghana to Belgium. How did everything start? Was it like your parents are Ghanaian parents or you were being born there? And how did everything start? I just want to know the prefaces of how your football journey started. I just want to know that aspects.
Okay.
Are you a typical Ghanaian, as a full Ghanaian or half Ghanaian?
No, I'm a full Ghanaian. My mom from Tunisia, my dad is from Nsuatre, and yeah, they both met in Ghana. And then my dad, I came on, and then from there on, my dad was playing football here as well and working as well. And yeah, at the age of 9 to 10, I moved to Belgium with my mom and my first sister. Now I have two. So yeah, I was raised in Belgium, but also I have the culture with me from Ghana, if I may say. I speak the mother tongue fluently. So for me, it's like I would say I'm 100% Ghanaian.
Oh, okay. But looking at your bio, I can see that you are a Belgium citizen. So it was
Yes.
quite complicated for me.
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because my dad actually, when I was little, he already got me the Belgian citizenship. So for me, it was like I was a Belgian actually born there.
Oh, okay. All right. So let's come to who Marvin Bio is in terms of football. Which department do you position yourself on the field of play?
I am a natural striker,
A complete one.
a complete natural striker.
Oh,
Put me
okay.
up, I'll find my way to the goal.
Okay. Who do you look up to as in your role model? Who do you want to become?
For me, the old Drogba and
Oh, okay.
the Arsenal Thierry Henry are my super idols. And for now, a lot of people say he's this, he's that, but I will go for um Lukaku, the guy from Belgium, because I find myself a little bit as him. Although he is well, he has more of the academy from Anderlecht with him than I have.
Oh,
So
okay. Oh,
yeah,
okay.
I
Have
will.
you
I
ever
will.
played with him? Have you ever played with him?
No, I've never played with him, but I've had contact with him before. Yes,
Oh, okay. So he's been coaching you on certain things, how to become a good striker.
I've to him once after the game, and then yeah, just spoken with him, shake hands, and then that was it. It was actually a really surprising moment for me, and yeah, it's just wonderful to see those players in real life.
Oh, okay. Have you ever followed Ghana football, or do you still follow Ghana football?
Well, I follow the Black Stars, but not the local football anymore.
Okay, so in 5 sentences, just summarize how the Black Stars football is. I just don't want to say Ghana football because you don't know much about Ghana football. How do you see the Black Stars in your own sentences, 5 sentences?
We have a lot of talent.
Okay.
We lack the voice.
The voice as in.
The voice, as in media, production, and the elder behind the team.
Oh, okay.
And we need to stand up in certain positions.
Oh, okay.
And as last, I think chances must be given to certain players.
Chances, as in giving to foreign-based players or the local-based players or the players that we see in the national team. I just want
Both.
to, I just want you to elaborate on the chances that you are talking about.
I think chances must be given to the local players, as European players as well, those
Mm.
known and unknown. Because if you look, for example, at in the African Cup of Nations, there were a team that they were all playing in their own league. I think it
Mhm.
was Somalia or something, but these guys were playing football.
South Africa, yeah.
They were playing football, and I was like, wow, okay, these are players, local players. And you see, I think a local player, out of my experience, a local player will kill himself to play well because he knows what is at stake. But a European player, of course, you have to have it in your back of your head. I need to return back to my daily job. So certain things, certain tackles, certain movements you will make, and that is sometimes um, what I think is holding us back.
All right. So if I get this points very clear, does that mean the foreign-based players are not dedicated to the national team?
Well, some are really dedicated, but some of them, I think, because they are already there, they don't really give themselves as much as they used to.
Oh, okay. So you think we have to prioritize the local players as to that of the foreign-based?
I'm not saying prioritize, but I'm saying give both of them chances.
Oh,
Because
okay.
some are called up but never even play or never get minutes in.
Oh.
And if you call them back again, I don't think they will even spend their time while they could secure their place in their foreign team.
So let's come back to the prefaces of football. Before you go forward or you move on with football, you have to get good pitches. There have been recent news in the public or social media platforms, not only on social media platforms, television stations, radio stations, that our pitches here in Ghana is at eight bad states. How do you let me ask you, how do you see it? Have you ever had a look at the pitches that we have here in Ghana?
Well, yeah, because when I think Ghana played against
Angola.
Angola, I have some friends here from Angola, and it was in the group chat. It was just funny to see them how they were actually. And the coach of Angola also said it: a nation as
No.
Ghana must have better pitches or better facilities, and that is true. We are too high up among the football world classes to have such a poor facilities. And this all the blame. I'm not a politician. I'm not involved at all. But I think all this goes to those sport ministers and all the stuff. They need to just, we all know they need to stand up and maybe like let the work that needs to be done happen.
Okay, since you've been to Belgium for almost 15 to 20 years, what do you see that they do different that we Ghanaians we are not doing in terms of our pitches?
They take good care of it. They invest in it. They take good care of it, and it's like more of a general. For example, if the region Sunyani has a pitch, everyone in Sunyani will contribute to help it. It's all in those little things that they do here in Europe that is different. Uh, that is different from us back there in Ghana. That taxes, for example, they use big stuff like these so that you have perfect pitches. Some pitches nearby my door are world. If you bring it to Ghana, are world class, but not even no one is playing on them unless I
Oh,
go. I'm mostly alone there training with my friends, and if you see the quality of the pitch, you say, "Oh, wow! If they have that back there, it will help." But this is just a pitch to for us to have fun on, and then forget about the professional pitches. That is something else.
Oh, no.
So I think it's more up to the leaders and the elders to take care of that, because yeah, I mean, when the help is there but the help is not used in the right way,
Oh,
no
okay.
one sees help.
Okay. All right. We will not waste much time with the pitches. Let's focus on who Bio Marvin is. So I just want to know how the football career has been with your striking departments. How have you been on the field? How many goals have you scored? And what are you doing to inspire yourself going forward?
Yeah, well, I had various chances in my career, but all of them, let's say, yeah, inconveniently didn't went through. I had a link up with Turkish first division, which didn't went through. Second division as well in Croatia didn't went through. So I know from myself that I'm capable to do it. It's just that last step and that last push that is needed for me to be there. So uh, I'm not a person that rush, because when I was younger, I was rushing to get there, to get there, to get here, to show myself. But now I'm like, look, when it will come, it will come. It must come. So I'm working towards it and I'm staying ready. No matter when it comes, I'm ready.
Okay. Have
So
you ever been affiliated with any of the Ghanaian national teams
yes,
or
when I was
Belgian national teams?
no, not the Belgium national team, but well, with the Ghanaian. When I was in the Weather Bremen Academy on the 23, on the 21. My name got listed among the names of the potential call ups in the squad of the under 23s, but unfortunately, I didn't heard anything about it anymore. So I heard my name on the radio. I was like, oh, wow, okay, that is me. But beside that, nothing else, because we didn't followed up on it. We didn't knew how. So that is my only connection with the national team that I've ever had.
Okay. All right. Okay, so if I may ask, are you still ready to play for any of the Ghanaian national teams? I want to know your age and the national team that you will be fit.
Well, I'm a proud Ghanaian, if I may say, and I'll be really, really glad to represent my country. As I've been always as a little boy, it has always been a dream. When I saw ACN and Steven Appiah scoring those goals on the World Cup, it's just something that you never forget. I remember sitting in front of the television, and I was like, okay, one day I'll do this, one day I'll do that. And
Yeah.
then the game that I literally played on television, and I was like, oh, this is it. But I'm not where I wanted to be. So for me, as a Ghanaian born, I have it in my veins. I will say Ghana, 100%.
Okay, and growing up, have you been supported by your parents to choose Ghana over Belgium?
No, that they have never mentioned it for me. That they said it's your own choice. It's up to you to choose. So for me, it's then my own decision that I have to consider and make.
Okay, so what has the plans been going forward? Are you seeing in a new team, or you still want to stay calm and know the kind of options you choose among?
Well, as we all know, the transfer season is almost there. It is past. Um, but beside that, yeah, the backstory of what happened in France. Let's say I'm just waiting. I have a good, let's say, a good CV. I showed enough everywhere that I went. So I'm leaving that up to the people that will eventually, can push me further, and I will see. And also, I leave that onto the Almighty to let me know. If it happens, it happens. If not, we keep on training and stay ready for the next opening, for the next
But
chance.
have there been any offers on the table?
Oh yeah, virus offers, but then we have to think. Okay, is it for like a small period of time, or is it for like longer? We have to. It's not just for now that like difficult. We want to just play. We have to think forward. Okay, after that, where can we go? Which direction are we heading? And for me, also, I always have it in the back of my head. Is it okay for my football journey to join this country? Is it okay to join that? Because before France, there were links with Malta, first and second division, Cyprus, second division. But yeah, these all these I let and then went to France because I knew okay, France is where you have the strongest football right now. So
Okay.
that will be the. So I'm always conscious of the choices that I'm making going forward because I'm working towards a goal, and that goal may be sometimes maybe have to let some chances slip by, and yeah, just stay on the track.
All right. I want you to take this opportunity to advise the up and coming ones. What have the challenges been so far, being based in Belgium, as in the European football countries? What has the challenges been so far?
Stay focused. Challenges are there, but you have to stay focused.
You see,
You have to believe.
the dream for each and every young individual, especially from Ghana, is I want to travel outside to play football. I want to travel outside to play football. But you are there. So what can you tell them, the up and coming ones? What is the kind of advice you're going to give them?
Believe in God, pray hard, and work hard,
Okay.
and don't give up. It's if you have seen it as possible.
But
That's
do you see chances there in Europe than here in Ghana based on the talent that we have? Do you see that we have to develop our football because you have a look of Ghana football and you can tell much about it? Do you see that we can still develop our football to that peak so that we can retain most of our players here rather than they trying to travel overseas to apply their trades?
well, it's all have to do with the elders, the ones that are above me and you in the
Sure,
football federation.
sure.
If they manage the pitches, if they manage the let's say the tournaments, if they manage the teams, if they manage the payment, if they manage the accessories, if they manage the equipment, automatically everything else will follow.
Okay.
So
So can you brief us with how Belgium football is done, starting from the juvenile side to the pro side?
oh, starting from the junior side, you just have, for example, if you join a team as a little kid, you can join any team you want. There is no like, yeah, we don't take. Of course, you yourself as a parent has to know, okay, my son is or my daughter is for this or that. But for example, you will get your own, let's say, your own bag with your stuff in there. Go to training, take a shower, you go home. If not, your parents help you shower, then you go home. As older as you get, the more individual you have to do things by yourself. Go there, train. After that, you take a shower, you go home. But the trainings are in categories. If you join a first league team, of course, you will have a better training experience. But if you join, let's say, a fourth, fifth C's league, you also have a different experience. But it's all depending on where you want your football to go. As
Oh,
a
okay.
kid, a lot of people are just playing it here for fun and just to stay fit, or because their friend are actually also playing. And it's something that those that are serious with it, the guys that are like playing with, for example, the Bruges Academy, they
Mhm.
also have schools that you can go with your education as well, focusing on your education, but also still focusing on football. So that is really interesting here. You have like those type of things, or people that just choose school and then go after that and go training. So it's up to you as a player or as a parent to know, okay, I'm placing my kid here, there, or I choose somewhere else.
Oh, okay. So how are the national team selections done?
The national team selections are done based on the first league and second league teams. So if you are performing as an, I think as a Belgian, and you are outwards, of course they will get in contact with you in the first second because I don't know, I
Is it
haven't
that
seen.
they deployed scouts to each and every club to monitor
Of course,
players?
Of course, I think they do that because they have enough uh, um, enough scouts here in Belgium, and I think statistics are also speaking for themselves. If they
Oh,
see a Belgian and you are playing somewhere first division, and they see, oh, he's doing good, they will call you up and give you that chance. That is for certain. It's not like they will not. You will get noticed when you knock on the door. They will answer, but
oh,
it's up to you if you get the chance to do that. Because if you, it's not just that you play in the first league that you are going to get called up. No, you have to perform as well. Here is just based on performance. It's not about favors.
okay. So do they have national teams camp base? As in when they call you, it's not like you be coming from your house to the training grounds, but when they call you, you have a camp base for you so that they will start nurturing you to hone you with that skill that they want to.
Oh yeah, and first of all, I think they will study the player, and when they bring you in, they will every national team in the system they play. So, and as these football players, they are highly, have a high IQ in football. They understand the game. So I think they all have a camp as we have in Ghana as well. So I think when they call off the players, they all go there and then they stay there for till the games are done, or till the friendly games or what games that they have to play are done, so that they can study and play the system that the coach wants them to play. So indeed, yes, they get actually lectured how they want them to play for the national team.
All right. You were saying something of which I want you to expatiate or elaborate. You talking about they having a system or a philosophy that they've deployed for the various national teams. Are you acclimatized to the Belgium football philosophy, which might be quite difficult for you switching to the Ghanaian philosophy, since you've watched our national teams and you can talk much about our philosophy? Ideally, can you see any philosophy from Ghana football as compared to that of Belgium?
Well, if you watch Belgian football, they don't rush stuff.
Oh, okay.
They play, they wait for the opportunity. Most of their goals, I think, in the 2010 World Cup was falling in the 50th, 60th minute.
Oh,
And a lot, me and my dad were watching, and my dad was like, why are they so, like, unless they score them, then they give like gas to play well. But I think that's the thing. You study your opponent and you play ball. You let the ball work, and then the chances will come by itself. But for us, it's yeah, it's hard to tell. Sometimes you have players that make. Okay, I'm not blaming. I'm a player myself. Sometimes you make wrong decisions that leads to certain stuff, or certain you make decisions that lead to bringing your other teammate in trouble, for example. But that happens everywhere. But the backlash that you get from back home, that is a different thing. So
mm-hmm.
the pressure on to be a Black Star player is enormous, I would say.
Oh,
So to represent as a Black Star player, you will have to have a really strong and really tough mindset.
okay. But can you say or can you conclude that we are rushing in Ghana football? Can you see that we are rushing, as you said, with the Belgian football? They've started everything slowly and they are picking up. It's a gradual process for them. But do you see Ghana football rushing? Just because we
Well,
just go and pick players here, from here, from here, from here. Any field that we see that this player is performing, we have to go and pick him from there. But we've not given him the exact, or we've not nurtured the player with the correct DNA or the philosophy that we have. Do you see that from Ghana football?
well, we have a lot of individual qualities, and I
Oh,
think when they come together, it's hard for them to perform. And
oh,
that is all. I come back to what you just said. That is all from actually bonding together and playing together and understanding the game as a team, not as an individual.
oh, okay. All right.
So yeah, that is it's up to the players to then, or the staff in the national. to really, do all these trainings with the players that they call up.
All right. So since you are still following the Black Stars, we have other matches to play in the AFCON qualifiers. What chances do you see for the Black Stars? Do you see we can still qualify? Because we've played two matches, drawn one, and also lost one. Do you see that we still have the chances of qualifying to the 2025 AFCON tournament? I hope you've been following that too.
Yeah, I've been following, but after the defeat of Angola, I was a little bit, yeah, down. So I haven't really been up to it again. But I believe that we can qualify. It's a must. We have to. We are too big of nation not to. Um, we've came close to even winning it. So why not
Are you
qualify?
talking from innate feelings or the love for
Yeah.
the country, or you are talking from the technical point of view as you see our national team? Because now you know football is scientific, and you just can't sit down or stand up and say that, oh, based on the quality that I have to qualify for the AFCON tournament.
Oh, but that's the thing. Based on the quality that you have to know if you qualify or not. Because you cannot tell
Now you were
me
saying something. You said we have individual qualities. Yes, so the qualities are there.
the qualities are there. So we have to. That's why I'm saying we have to make sure that with the qualities that we have,
Mhm.
some nations or some countries even wish they had them, but they don't. But still, they are qualifying. So what is holding us back not to qualify?
Oh, okay, okay, okay. All right, so let's come to the Black Stars technical team. I think we've had views of different technical team with the Black Stars since you followed the Black Stars. Can you tell me briefly how you see Otuado and his technical team? Do you see that we should give them more time, or so you doubt their competency?
I think football is a process, and in a process, sometimes you can't rush it. Uh, uh, Take a look at Manchester United, for example. When Ten Hag came, everything was down, this, that, but still, you see the team is building. Okay, they break hearts as Man U supporter as well, but I like the team and I like the philosophy behind it. But it's just something that I think they have to give Mr. Otto, and his staff maybe more time, because the longer time you spend with players, the relationship becomes strong, and then they don't play for just for the coach, but they playing for the friend that they have in the coach.
All right. You've spoken a lot about Ghana football. Me, for instance, I'm not happy with Ghana football. And you know, the pinnacle of Ghana football or the center of Ghana football is the Black Stars. So ideally, if Black Stars is performing, we can say that, oh, Ghana football is moving because we know that football starts from the scratch. So Black Stars is performing, meaning the junior national teams too will perform. Let's look at the futuristic aspects of Ghana football. From your own opinion, what do you think we have to do right to uplift Ghana football? Because we are not happy, the citizens are not happy. Looking at the passion that people used to have for Ghana football is dimming. As you also tell that after Angola game, your everything was down because you saw it not to be quite okay for it to be happening to Ghana football. Looking at the futuristic aspects, can you brief us certain things that we have to go by because you are in a football arena and you know how things will be done. So definitely you have to advise the people.
I think we don't have to put all the blame on the players,
Oh, okay. So one, we
because
shouldn't blame the players much.
I mean, they need the support more than ever now.
Mhm.
You know, if I think, just imagine if it were you leave your family, you come to another country, you come back, you represent your family or your homeland, and then this happened, and then you get really blasted on television, on radio, by people on various social medias. Okay, it's your profession, it's what you do, you have to be perfect in it, but we are still human beings. And I think Ghanaians have to sometimes have sympathy with the player and know that mistake, this is football, mistake happens. That is what make the game so beautiful.
I was talking about we Ghanaians are not happy with the way
Hmm.
our football is being handled. Me, for instance, I'm not happy, and we here in Ghana, we are not happy because how can you tell me that Ghana should sit at our home grounds for Angola to beat us? It's quite disturbing. So I was just asking as to the path that you think when we engage ourselves or if our handlers will listen to, it can help Ghana football because I don't see that we are the right path.
I think we
I don't
need to
know.
then.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, as you said, I understand the frustration, and I think it's up to the scouts and it's up to the boards of the national team to take certain matters in hand and know, okay, is it now the time to switch to a, let's say, method of how we select the players, of how we look for the players, or can we just try something new? Is there any renewal in the team? Do we let's say new changes
You
in the
see, one thing that we are always talking about, I know I'm not the only one. People are also attesting to what I'm also thinking. Just to reiterate, is that the cultural assimilation. Maybe Marvin Bell, for instance, wants to play for Ghana. You've not been encouraged to adapt to the culture. I mean, the values and things, the social behavior that I think we have. Maybe you don't know Ghana much. You don't know much about we Ghana. So how do you come to acclimatize to the system? You don't know how desperate we the football fanatics or the fans here in Ghana love the Black Stars. So how can you be acclimatized to the system? Meaning when you come and you are playing, you play it the way you like. You just feel like, oh, let me just play because at the end I'm a footballer, anything can happen. But if indeed you've been cultured based on our behavior and based
yeah,
on the things that we do and the things that you know about Ghana, I
yeah,
think you can go all out.
that's true. That is something that I agree with, and also, but I'll add this up with, it's then up to the scouts, or it's then up to the national team boards and the high members to know which player they bring in,
Oh, okay.
because they are the one there choosing those or calling those players, or the coach is the one they're calling on up these players. So it's their responsibility to
And
know
the
the
thing is, how football is not attractive. The local league is not attractive. And at the
yeah,
end, there's no money. People want to go and seek for greener pastures just because things are not going on well. They have family, they have to feed their family. At the end, you are taking maybe 300 Ghana cedis here. I think it's less than 300 Ghana cedis to Dallas. Just look at the conversion. You are taking this amount of money here in Ghana. How will you feel comfortable? In case of any offer, you just go out. So I
yeah.
think there are a lot that has to be
We
done. Yeah, yeah, yes, Ghana football is not up to the standard I think it should be. Based on that, that means definitely you are going to call the foreign-based players because we are not seeing the players well. Even the coverage, everything is down.
Mm, mhm.
It's a whole lot. It's a whole lot. I
Yeah.
think if you want to ask for your submission, it's going to be a whole lot. I was just interested, just because you are there, you know most of the things that they are doing, and you know more about their football and how it's being handled. So I think when you are to share your idea, there'll be one or two steps that our leaders will pick from. I know they know, but they bringing it on board or initiating it or making it happen is a problem now for Ghana football. So it's a
that
lot.
ha-
I know you, for
that ha-
instance, you are with your dad and mom. You are eating fufu. You know how fufu feels when you eat fufu. You know that, yeah, you become heavy man. You know how things go, right? Mhm. But
yeah.
other players, they don't know. They don't know how things are going. So it's quite confusing when you introduce these foreign-based players into our national teams. That is why most of the people are calling for the local-based players. But there's no structure to develop them or to nurture them for them to be honed with their skills. All right, so let's move on to the Black Stars. I know you are an attacker or as a center forward, that's the main position. So let's state it from the wing side. Looking at our current team, do you see we have future in the attacking department of the Black Stars?
Oh. That one, yes, that one for sure. Because and again, I would say we then have to search for those. We just have to look for those attackers. We have to invest in the search and in the studying of those. Is he a Ghanaian? Does he fit the Ghanaian system? Does he fit the Ghanaian football system? Yes, no, yes, okay. What can we teach him? What can we add to the value that he's bringing to us? What do we tell him? What do we need to show him? For example, as you were saying, the culture, the this, the that. Make him maybe meet some players while you are welcoming him. Meet some fanatics, and then he will feel the atmosphere. For example, when Osimhen was signed for Galatasaray, he said
Mhm.
he felt welcome because the supporters were there at 4 a.m. in the morning. That shows you as a player how close to the heart this club is for certain people.
Sure, sure. We, for instance, the black stars is in our hearts. It's not even in the heart. It's the blood. So when it cuts your body, you see the black stars coming. It's quite unfortunate that we are facing some of these
Yeah.
circumstances. But I think with time, if it's only time, if you are talking about time, that is when our leaders are ready to handle things and bring things on board world. Because
In-
it's very disgusting seeing the black stars going to play outside the country, looking at a football country going to play outside the country, not even any better country than Ghana, like the likes of Togo, Benin, and other countries. It's quite unfortunate to see some of these things. I have a problem that I want to ask. Be you being a striker or attacker, you've seen some of our attackers like Semenyo, Niama, Isaku, Inyaki Williams performing in their respective clubs. But when they come to the Black Stars, even scoring a goal becomes an uphill task for them. How do you say it? You've been watching the Black Stars matches. At times, when you are sitting behind your television, how do you narrate things with your few experience or the things that you gathered in football as an attacker?
Whew. Um, it's a really good question, Mr. Manuel. I will say, look, sometimes it runs in a certain way for you at your respective club, but when you move, it doesn't. And I think these players are now in the phase of finding themselves, finding
Mhm.
their turn, finding their rhythm, finding their grounding. So again, it's all about a matter of time. And I know how you feel. Okay, I am passionate. We have to do this, we have to do that. But for me, for a certain, what it's not every team that I go to that I feel like, oh, I feel here home.
Mhm.
But sometimes you can go for a team. Once you're there, you haven't even touched the ball. Okay, this is it.
Okay. All right,
And
I do get you perfectly. I do get you perfectly, but it's quite disturbing. Yeah, as you can see, the thing that you want to see from our players, you are not getting it. And I know you've studied or you followed Ghana football as in Black Stars for quite long. You can see the decrements in our football, as in how it started, especially from 2006. We've been to the World Cup for the very first time. We went in 2010. We followed in 2014, 2018. We didn't go right after 2018, things began to degrade, and it's quite unfortunate. Is it that we are not getting that dedication from our players? Is it the
no,
dedication? Yes.
I it's not the players. For certain, it's not the players. It's the people behind the players. It's about the head of the football. You have to plan stuff. No, okay, in 4 years we won't have the same players. So which players are we now going to look at? Because we also in Ghana have Yamin Lamal. We also have those players there.
Mm-hmm.
We also have them, but The big but is, where are they? Has any official even seen them? These sensational players that are playing in the villages, scoring these amazing goals, doing anything that we see on TV. Are they even getting the chances to come to the, let's say, oh so greater Accra to perform with a team or to train with a team? Where is the exposure for these kids?
Mhm.
And I know from I'm speaking, I know players that I grew up with that you would say, wow, this guy if he was this, he'd be that. But he's now, let's say,
Into a different field.
a truck driver or something like that.
Yeah. It's very
And
unfortunate. Very, very, very unfortunate.
it's
And I
up to
think, yeah, you
planning.
will get time. You will get time to discuss some of these things. You don't worry. I think since you are part of the channel, you get time to discuss some of these things. So that in case of anything, you can also, so maybe after any match, of the Black Stars. You can come, or any national team. You can come to assess the tactical points of view or the technicalities behind how they display, especially looking at your position on the field as an attacker or a centre forward. You get time to discuss some of these things for people to also know your knowledge and what you can do when given the opportunity. So, without wasting much time, I just want you to give out your handles, your various social media handles.
Okay, my Instagram is Kwabena on the on the dash bio. So
Bio.
Kwabena on the dash bio.
Please, can you
And
spell the Kwabena? Kwabena.
yeah, Kwabin, and then
Oh,
you have uh on the dash, and then bio. That's that.
oh, okay.
And Facebook is just Marvin Bio. And yeah, for the rest, I'm not really active on those.
Oh, okay. Thank you very much. I think you have some of these numerous conversations to know how things will be done. And I'll be posting most of your videos, your highlights, your goals, and everything for people to know your experience, the knowledge you've gotten that you are also speaking about certain things that you have to be taken serious with your submissions.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
All right. So until you meet again, it's bye for now. With Mr. Marvin Bio or Bio. I mean, it's Bio, right?
It's Bio. Bio or
Bio.
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 You can.
Oh, okay. Is a Bio a Ghanaian name or Belgium name?
It's the short. It's actually the short version of Abba Bio.
Alba Bio.
Yes, but it's shorter.
So why didn't you put this in the full? Or you feel like now you are in Belgium, so you have to use the Bio?
That one I have to ask my father.
You have to ask
That
your father.
yeah, it's the short Abba Bio, and that one for why the Bio.
All right, I did get you. I did get you. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, this is the first edition of Sports Experience. This is a time to uplift talent and also inspire people. As I say, two languages are accepted on this platform. That is our local dialect, that is the Tree language, and also the English language. These are the languages that are being accepted on the platform. Whatever you have to say about Ghana football, about sports in general, whatever view that you have to share, as Mr. Marvin Bayo has said or has analyzed, submitted, you can also bring your ideas on board by picking the numbers on your screen to contact us for further interactions and interrogations. Until we meet again, it's bye for now. Bye bye, Mr. Marvin.
Bye. Thank you very much.
Welcome.